All right. All right, guys. This is Kings and Kaisers. We just finished round 4 of game 1.5.3. Me versus the Prussian Gamer. Junior playing the Central Powers, and I'm playing the Allies. It's been a really, really tough game. We are starting to thin out on a lot of fronts. This was our casualties for round 3. If you look, here's the Chinese casualties. It didn't look good for John versus me. The Germans tried to do a big push into Lorraine to try to take it, and I wound up taking it back. He brought in 4 fighters against my 4 fighters, and I took them out and had 2 fighters left over. He really lost a lot of units on the Russian front and the French front. So, but there's a bunch of the cavalry, Austria-Hungary, Germans, the Chinese are here fighting. Japan got into the war, lost 2 trying to take Germany out over in the Pacific, but didn't catch it. This is the Russian casualties. There's some in here mixed in too, so we didn't all have them in there. And I'm sorry, when my hand goes in, it brings it out of focus, which is pretty cruddy. So in Italian. So let's start out with Austria and Hungary. They're doing a little bit of a push in the lower half of Russia, kind of just like baiting them back there or letting them go. So here's where they're at. They went after Albania, got it, and kind of centralizing the front with Italy after our tough battle we had last turn. The Russians, are holding their own. They had Poland for a little bit, then Germany went all in on Poland, and I had 9 guys there, and he wound up losing. I rolled almost 8 out of 9 or 7 out of 9, and that's all he's got on the front. And I've got plenty to do a counter if I have to, but these guys are coming in to see where we're going to do with the Austrian-Hungary. So I've got 2 fighters up there. Matter of fact, one of them is an elite. I'm in an ace because I took out the fighter he had there. Well, no, I took out the fighter in a dogfight, but then he took me out. So, but as of right now, Germany controls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 territories going into round 5. I completed the railroad. So going into turn 5, I think it's either 7 or 6. I'll have to look it up, but I think he's got to get at least 1 more. But it's tough for him. The Russians also pushed down right in here. We're really putting it on Hertz on the Ottomans. So he had to pull back to try to consolidate his position. So we don't see what happens there. The British, then we go up to the Germans, like I said. Their front in the front here, not looking good. They purchased the Red Baron, so he's just flying in there now. But it's what they got on the front. So hopefully it gives France a little bit more time to consolidate a little bit more. I still got 1 guy I got to push in there. I got poison gas to put or minefields, and I think I didn't control that. I just took it, so I can't put it there yet. But that's it. He controls the seas with the Germans. I mean, he's controlling the seas. He is convoying the hell out of Britain. I bought a couple more subs. I'm trying to fight back, but I don't have he's just putting a bunch of money into his navy. He's got 2 transports. He's got easily 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 6 subs. He spread them out to get that 2 per territory. So, and then he brought his other fleet and everybody over from there. So I think he's going to go after Chile or or Central America without even doing the Zimmer telegraph. So, and the Americans are just waiting the game. You know, turn 5, I think I can get involved. So, see what happens there. We'll head on over to the Africa Corps. The French are still trying to push to help get the Germans out. They're in this pocket. Couldn't 4 guys, and I couldn't even take that. And a bombard, and still didn't get the 1 guy. I couldn't believe it. This is where Italy lost a couple of guys trying to take this province from the Ottomans. And then I brought in whatever's left of my fleets over here. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 German units, 11 in Africa still. And it's going to be a struggle. I can't build anything. I can just try to transport guys in too from India, but I got to use that for this front. I mean, we're holding 1, 2, 3 of the Ottoman territories with the Russians. Even France is even in the little contingent there. But trying to starve them down. The Ottomans are only collecting 14. So they got to get help from everybody else. I got 1 convoy going. He brought his fleet down. Last turn he tried to hit the Russians over here. And matter of fact, we didn't even roll for that convoy. So he's going to probably have less. I forgot to roll for that. I rolled for this one, but I didn't roll for that one. So we'll see what happens. And then Italy's in there too now. But that's all he's got left for the Mediterranean is that fleet there. So it's dicey on Africa, I kind of left, it's, we'll see how it goes. China, not doing well for him. I've got his big army contested. I control everything but 3 of his provinces. So China's not looking good. Like I said, the Germans pulled out of this area here. The Japanese are now starting to make it. I tried to invade this with 4 guys in a battleship. I took out 2 out of 3. He took out 2, so it's contested, but we'll go from there. Hopefully we can stop, they can see what happens there. And I keep forgetting moving these guys. I'm going to ask him if I can move them up, but he'll probably say no. So, yep. I had to leave them there because Germany was flying around there. But there we go. I'll give it a little scan. Everybody can see the board. And on to the next round. Turn 5. We'll be starting. Close battle. So, all right. Tomorrow we'll be doing turn 5. So, there you go, guys.